Yodi, what's going on, everybody? This is Hollowberry coming at you guys with a new YouTube video. This is my four-legged freak obsession going on here on the Tetrapods, but we rocking the purple Lambo right here. This is my new variation of it. I've kind of had a few different versions, but this is like my pride and joy. I love this tetrapod, and I think you guys will like it also. I'm not going to go too far into the build, but I've had a few people just ask me like what I like to run on it. So I thought I'd just kind of go through a few things here. Now, this is kind of like my bread and butter setup. This is kind of how I'll start like my ranked matches, and then I will switch these out, either the verticals or the straights. Just kind of depends on the matchups and stuff. But some of the things that I like to run on this build specifically are going to be, I like to run either the straights, so the 6 straights, or I'll run the O3s or the O2s, and sometimes I'll mix in the 12s. So those are all like the variations of them that I'll do. Sometimes I'll do straights and I'll do the PL12s, plasma straights, or I'll do like the 6 straights and I'll run verticals like this. So it just kind of depends on what I've been going against and how I'm feeling. But it does make a small difference on like what missiles you run on Lamb. But for the most part, this is my first one that I'll run in the video. And let's go to the second one. All right. So for the second one, we got the Brass Angel. This is kind of like my bad boy right here, where he was on 2 legs and now he's got 4. But he is my arquebus setup. So he is all VP, straight down, except for the arms, which are the VE, but still we're running it as a Vesper, baby. And got me the double majestics, the 12, and the straights. So again, I really like on Tetra, I really like either running the straights with like a heavy mix-up, or I'll run verticals with like either the 4s or the 6s. So I usually try and run straight and then up, or like I'll run the duos, like and then go sideways and up, like whoops, like so, like sideways and up. Usually I'll try and counterbalance the reload time on my missiles and my bazooka timings. So I try and make sure that there's always something that's shooting in rotation to the other. And I think that's kind of like what's key on a tetrapod, is that something's reloading, you're shooting something. Something is reloading, you're shooting something else. And so you kind of want to make sure everything's staggered a little bit, so that you're not just like you have nothing that's shooting. You kind of want to be just like always firing. Now this one also, I'm running the Santai booster, which is heavier on the capacity. Now I know most people, I do have my own builds that I do run that I'll probably make another video on more tetrapods, where I do run the NGI 000, which is a phenomenal booster. So I do recommend the 000 on Tetrapod. Honestly, I think it's either 000, it's the 20B, the Santai. There's a possibility, there's room in there for a 20D, but those are probably like your best ones, is those 4. So I hope you guys do enjoy the video, and if you do enjoy the video, consider a like and subscribe if you want to see more crazy builds. We do a lot of cool PvP customs and things like that. We Me and Robot Murloc just started up a really cool radio podcast, so that'll be really fun. You can stay tuned for that. We're going to try and make one every first of the every month, the first week. I don't even know how I'm saying that. We try and make a radio podcast video the first week of every month. That's hard to say. But the first week of every month we'll be coming out with a radio podcast video, me and Robot Murloc. So definitely subscribe so you can stay tuned for that. Those are really fun to watch. And also consider dropping me a comment if you have a build that you would like to share or have me try that is a tetrapod. I would love to do a video on different tetrapods that other people have. So I will be coming out with a bunch of tetrapods, so stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoy.